Hello, everyone. This is the sermon for Good Shepherd Sunday. Today we focus on the Gospel of John, chapter 10, how Jesus is the Good Shepherd, and we are to listen to his voice. Now, to begin, I'm going to be reading from Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He guides me on paths of righteousness' namesake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forevermore. I read now from the Gospel of John, the 10th chapter. Hear these words of Jesus. Very truly I tell you, anyone who does not enter the sheepfold by the gate, but climbs in by another way, is a thief and a bandit. The one who enters by the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep hear his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all of his own, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice. They will not follow a stranger, but they will run from him because they do not know the stranger's voice. Jesus used figure of speech with them, but they did not understand what he was saying to them. So again, Jesus said to them, very truly I tell you, I am the gate for the sheep. All who come before me are thieves and bandits, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters by me will be saved, and will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. I came that they may have life, and have it abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. Here ends our gospel reading. Many years ago, my father's excavating company was hired to work at a farm that had sheep. And the project of this farm was to dig some water lines through the pastures where the sheep would be. And so, of course, when we did the project, the sheep had to be, of course, penned up. Well, one day as we were digging for the water lines, there some sheep wandered up. They wanted to see this big yellow machine that was in their pasture digging in the ground. Well, of course, I informed the farmer that his sheep had gotten out. And the farmer said to my father and myself to kind of help round the sheep up. So we did. And the farmer went to the barn and started tending his sheep while my father and I did this. Well, they all were getting in the barn except for there's this one really stubborn sheep. This one stubborn sheep that kept getting away from me. And so I went to the barn and told the farmer about it. And the farmer walked over to where that sheep was and said to the sheep in just kind of a calm voice, "Come on, follow me." And the sheep did. The sheep just turned around and followed the shepherd right into the barn. That day I learned a very valuable lesson. Sheep know their shepherd. They know who to follow. They listen to his voice. Today Jesus proclaims he is the good shepherd, and his sheep listen to his voice. Now, this is your challenge this day, to listen to God, to hear his voice and follow. Follow him with trust, loyalty, and hope. Follow him because he loves you and he is the good shepherd for your life. Now, what are the things that a person can follow in this life? What are the things that you see people follow? Think about it. People can follow all kinds of different religions and philosophies and all kinds of ideas about the world. They can follow certain celebrities and athletes. There's all kinds of things people will put their whole lives into. There are people who put their whole lives into gaining more and more possessions, getting more and more money. There's all kinds of things that people put their whole souls into, their entire lives, and follow. Now, there's many things that people can follow, but there's only one good shepherd. There's only one that loves you very much, that loves you no matter what. And that's the thing about Jesus. He loves you even if you're a little tiny baby. He loves you if you're over 100 years old. He always loves you. And it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Doesn't matter your type of family you're from, doesn't matter what skills you have, doesn't matter how wealthy you are, doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter to the Good Shepherd. He loves you and he cares for you. Today, Jesus says, I am the Good Shepherd. The Good Shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. Jesus is a shepherd who takes care and does whatever for those who follow him. He gives himself so greatly. And he did this on the cross. He did this on Good Friday, sacrificed himself for the entire world. Yes, the love of Jesus, the love he has for us, that drives him. That is his character. He is the good shepherd that cares for us deeply. He is there no matter what we face, no matter what is going on. He is there and cares for us and loves us. He is there helping us along, giving us those good words of guidance, giving us the direction to follow, speaking so we may hear and go. Yet we don't always listen to him. Sometimes we go astray. For in that aspect, we are like sheep who sometimes go astray. In 2004, there was a sheep named Shrek who went missing for 6 years. He was found in a New Zealand cave, and when he was found, he had seen his wool had grown so much that in a BBC interview, a person in New Zealand was quoted as saying, he looked like some biblical creature. And then Shrek was actually shorn for 30 minutes on live television. And after he was shorn, there was 60 pounds of fleece, which the television at the time said that was enough to make 20 large men's suits. Now, one internet blogger said this about Shrek's plight. Shrek is much like a person who knows Jesus Christ, but has wondered, if we avoid Christ's constant refining of our character, we're going to indefinitely accumulate extra weight in this world, a weight we don't have to bear. The Good Shepherd, he cares for us, he loves us, and doesn't want us to have those burdens in our lives. He wants to help kind of prune away those issues, those weights that we carry, the weights the world places upon us. Yes, Jesus is there, helping us, guiding us, for he is the Good Shepherd. The Good Shepherd is there for us to listen to and follow. Listen so we live a good life. Listen so we don't follow those foolish things in this world. There's other voices out there that call us to follow them and live a certain way. Now, what do the voices in this world tell you to be like? What are the things that you could follow, say you should be? Be greedy and buy everything? Buy up everything so that the stores are bare and the shelves. Look down on people. See them as unworthy or worthless or just nothing more than objects to be used for sex or whatever. See people as inferior. And be fearful of this world. Be fearful of others around you and hate those around you. Hate them with a passion because they are different from you, because they don't think quite like you. And just do whatever. Don't think before you act. Don't think before you speak. Do whatever feels good. These are the voices that try to lead us in this world. Voices that will only bring us to ruin and the society around us. We are to listen to the voice of Jesus. We call him the Good Shepherd because of what he teaches us. What he teaches us in his words, what he is taught by his actions. The greatest command that he gives to all people, to love one another as he loves us. Jesus is the Good Shepherd. He gives us his words of guidance. He gives us peace. He gives us love. And he is the Good Shepherd because he also gives us a place of security, a place where we have goodness and mercy all the days of our lives, a place where we are secure no matter what we face in life. Yes, with Jesus we are secure. We hear Jesus say today, I am the gate. Whoever enters by me will be saved, and will come in and go out and find pasture. Now, to begin to understand these words of Jesus, we kind of have to step back and look to the way that shepherding was done in Jesus' day. The idea of Jesus being the gate. You see, during the time of Jesus, shepherds would bring their sheep from the hills when they were grazing during the day to these sheep pens at night. Now, these sheep pens would be made of stone walls, typically about 5 feet in height, and then there would be usually prickly briars put on top of these walls to kind of make like, say, kind of like barbed wire around the fencing we might do in our day and age. Well, at the entrance was the shepherd. He would stay there at night by the fire. He would stay there with his staff, his pointed staff, and his rod, which was kind of like a club, and he'd be the doorway. The doorway there protecting the sheep. The doorway there that would make sure that the sheep were secure. Yes, Jesus is the door. He is the doorway by where we enter that rest. He is the one who gives us a place of security and peace. Can you find peace in Jesus? Can you find peace with the Good Shepherd? Can you find peace right now? For right now in our world, there is a call to be fearful, a call to always be fearful. Those voices are out there. We hear on the news the daily count of how many people died today, how many infections there are. There's that voice to be a fearful person. Yet we Christians are a people of victory, a people who have the risen Jesus, the Jesus who conquered sin and death, the Jesus who is the Good Shepherd, the Jesus is there throughout our lives. So when you feel insecure, when you feel full of fear, look to Jesus, cry out to Jesus, speak to Jesus, and know he is the Good Shepherd for your life. The Good Shepherd that takes you to places of security. Security right now on this earth and into eternity. Now, this week I read a very powerful devotional in the upper room, and it's by a woman named Anita Gray. I'd like to read that right now. And I feel it's just Anita's writings show her trust in the Good Shepherd. Her trust in the Good Shepherd take her to that place of security, ultimately in her life. Anita writes, it had been 2 years since I heard the oncologist describe my cancer as incurable. I felt if I was riding on the prayers of my friends and family and church community that surround me with their love. The staff at the cancer center became like a family to me, and I look forward to my monthly visits there. As I was taking the shuttle ride from the hotel to the cancer center, a distraught young woman sat beside me. As she talked about her recent cancer diagnosis, I tried to encourage her by sharing some of my own story. She asked me, how could I speak so joyously and positively, knowing I had a terminal disease? I shared my faith with her and told her what I know about life on this present earth isn't all there is for me. Through my experience with cancer, I've come to realize that everyone is terminal. No one knows when their last day on earth will be. Every person, healthy or ill, can choose to see each day as God's gift. I know where I am headed. I know God holds my future, and I trust God to prepare me for whatever comes. Trust in Jesus to bring you to that eternal home. Trust in Him to give you that security here and now. Trust in the Good Shepherd for your life and listen to Him. Listen to Jesus because He is the one who has the words of life. His teaching is trustworthy and true. His teaching creates a wonderful world for all people. It creates a great way of life for you. He is the Good Shepherd because He loves you so very much. He is the Good Shepherd because He can bring you peace no matter what. Look this day to the Good Shepherd and rejoice. Look to Him always and listen. Listen to His voice and follow. Amen.